Good day. This is the third video on restrictions in algebra. In this case, we're going to look at a fraction, and the moment we have a fraction with a variable in the denominator, there is a restriction. The restriction says that while you are doing calculations in algebra, if you run into fractions with variables in the denominator at the bottom, you must bring in the restriction. The restriction comes from the rule that says the denominator of a fraction may not equal to 0. Then we take the denominator, write it down and say may not equal to 0. Then I solve this like a normal equation by taking the 2 to the other side. So then x is not allowed to be minus 2. Don't do that, but if you take this minus 2 and you plug it in the place of this x, minus 2 plus 2 is 0, and you're not allowed to have a 0 here. But you have to write this step down as your restriction. Now the following are frequently asked questions that you must be able to answer. And because you now know that this x is not allowed to be minus 2, you can easily answer the questions. If they ask me what is the domain of this fraction, then I can just write x is an element of real numbers. It can be any number, but x is not allowed to be minus 2. So that is the answer you must write. Something else they can ask me, they can say this fraction is defined if. In other words, for what values of x will this fraction be defined? Then you just write x is an element of real numbers. X is not allowed to be minus 2. If they ask me for what value of x will this fraction be is undefined, then my answer is just x equals to minus 2 will make it undefined. So just to summarize, sometimes in a test they might write that p equals this. And then they can ask you, what is the domain of P? Then you'll write this answer. But what you do without them asking you, you write this down. You say the bottom is not allowed to be 0. You work it out. X is not allowed to be minus 2. And then if they ask you what the domain is, you say x can be any value. X is not allowed to be minus 2. If they say, for what value of x will this expression be defined? Then you say it is defined if x is a real number, but x is not allowed to be minus 2. If they give me this and I ask, when will this be undefined? I'll just say x equals to minus 2. We'll make it undefined. This is a mouthful, but get asked in every second paper. Please indicate whether you liked or disliked this video and subscribe to the channel. If there's anything in maths on school level that you're not sure about, you can send a WhatsApp or a request to this number. We will then make a video for free and post it on the channel that other people can benefit from your question.